Here's another one with Cenk and Ben Ferguson. Let's have a look.
What I will say is
you're
this.
a racist.
Right now,
you're a racist against Muslims, and you don't mind their babies being slaughtered. You have their blood all over your hands, Ben.
Pierce,
Racist.
You go back to what he said earlier. Everything is somehow always the fault of Israel with him. That's what anti-Semitism is. If you want to end this war, you release the hostages. You release the hostages. If the terrorist groups want to stop what you describe as a slaughter, you release the hostages.
I mean, yeah, it's not rocket science. And if you watch the rest of the conversation, you'll see that Cenk doesn't address that at all. He just continues along as though that was just not relevant, or as though it had never even been stated. Israel didn't ask for this war. Israel doesn't want to have to be fighting this war. This war was started by Hamas, who perpetrated some of the most barbaric war crimes, perhaps the most barbaric war crimes in the history of humanity. Kidnapped civilians. They're still holding little babies who've spent the overwhelming majority of their lives in captivity as hostages of barbaric terrorists? What exactly is Israel supposed to do? The ball is in Hamas's court. It's their call. They can release the hostages and surrender, and the war is over in 1 minute. And we all know that. And throughout all of Cenk's conversations where he's going on about how Israel is so evil, just completely ignores the fact that Hamas started this, and it's continuing because Hamas is choosing for it to continue. And if they wanted it to stop, they could make it stop now. They could make it stop in 60 seconds if they wanted to. They don't want to. They want it to continue. This is not about Israel. And honestly, I would say that to think that, he doesn't say that, or he's too stupid, that is being way too generous, because Cenk is not stupid. I mean, he has an extraordinarily successful business. He manages to market himself as a democratic socialist while also accumulating a personal net worth of somewhere between allegedly $5 and $10 million. And he manages to do both of those at the same time. He's no fool. So what he's doing here is 100% intentionally gaslighting. He is intentionally misleading people on a daily basis, people who either just are so unaware of the facts that they don't realize how blatantly absurd it is, or people who are just not sharp enough to pick up on the fact that, hang on a second, this doesn't add up at all. And I mean, this is worse. This is not stupidity. That's way too generous. He's gaslighting. He's misleading. He doesn't care clearly about the Palestinian civilians, because if he did, he would be advocating for Hamas to release the Jewish babies who are hostages, who are in captivity. He'd be advocating to release them and let them go, and for Hamas to surrender, so that the Palestinian people could be safe, so that the war could be over. We all know that that's what it boils down to. And he chooses to ignore that. And when someone brings it up, he just continues along as if no one ever said it, as if he's Mr. Righteous. You're racist. Ha ha ha. You want to slaughter all the Palestinian babies. And I'm better than you because I care about everyone. Please.